Really, I'm hood rich. I'm really a star. I can't wait to be famous. 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 Really, I'm hood rich. I'm really a star. I can't wait to be famous.
Really, I'm haunted. I'm haunted by hundreds.
Let's keep it 100. You got.
What up, though? It's your boy Common Sense, man. And we already know that common sense isn't common. Alright, so today, man, is what it is podcast reaction. Camron and Mase, man, they give their opinion and breakdown on the Tank versus Roach fight. I felt like this take that they gave on this fight, man, was one of the greatest takes that I personally ever seen either one of these guys give. It's a couple things I feel like they missed that I want to mention or make my point on, and that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm your boy Common Sense. Like the video, because liking the video is more important to the YouTube algorithm these days. And subscribe to the boy if you're feeling the content. It's a reaction. Let's go.
It's a half a bucket. You should get half a bucket, boy.
Just gonna save some. Okay. Well, we gotta talk about this fight. That's the first thing we're gonna talk about because we all seen it. Tank versus Roach went down on Saturday in New York, and the results wasn't what a lot of people wanted or expected. It did end in a majority draw. So based off of what you saw, Mase, do you feel like there was a clear winner?
Real quick, I know Mase usually starts. Mase, you mind if I start?
Yeah, go ahead. You go. I got my popcorn.
Because I want to say something to your credit.
Okay.
This is really to your credit.
I really mean my popcorn.
Yeah. Because a lot of times I'll be like, this nigga Mase he be bugging, yo. Like, I'll say it out loud because your opinion. Mase always says, yo, don't bring this nigga out with you. Because they're not going to win if you bring this nigga out with you. Talking about football games, basketball games. And I'll be sitting here like, I don't really know, but then I got it when the fight went on. When you got that type of energy and you breathing that energy when everybody's sad and mad and depressed and try to look happy, but they not really happy, it gets into you. You have to keep saging that environment. When you're in that environment,
Five shots, right? So for the people that don't know, man, first of all, this is the beginning of a great take that these guys did. I'm talking about they covered the whole situation from the beginning to the end. Now, for the people that don't know, man, Juelz Santana and Jim Jones walked Tank out. Camron have some type of beef going on with Jim Jones. And to be honest with you, man, when I seen Jim Jones and Juelz Santana walk out with Tank, I said to myself that wasn't a good look. In my opinion, bro, they might be on to something. Depending on who you have come out for you, can damn near jinx the results of whatever situation you got going on, whether it's basketball, football, or boxing. And to be honest with you, one that I can think about that was a hell of a shock was the Earl Spence and Crawford fight. When Crawford brought Eminem out, Eminem is a well-respected rapper amongst a whole lot of people. And it was just like that energy, you had to respect it because it was Eminem. And then look what happens to Terrence Crawford once he fought Earl Spence. He dominated him. So the point that they making here, bro, is weird, because I do think Mase is a different type of nigga, but it's a point for sure that it can possibly be accurate. Something to it.
environment, it lingers into the fight, and that's kind of the result of the fight. So I just want to give, before we get into the actual fight, I just want to tell you, I see what you're talking about now, because the people you with could possibly fuck your energy up for some shit that you supposed to do. You can't come out with that energy, man. It's bad energy, man. It is bad energy, man. Nobody's happy over there. Everybody's sad. Everybody act like they happy. You ever see that movie? I'm pretty sure you've seen Goodfellas.
Yeah.
And it's a part in Goodfellas where Sam Rothstein, who's played by Robert De Niro, they having mad fun. And Nikki, who's played by Joe Pesci, they over there just looking at them niggas like, yeah, we're having fun too. They not having no fun. Tank, get out of there. Get out of there. But let's get to the fight, Murder. I see what you talking about now. When you talk, and this has nothing to do with Murder. Murder says this about basketball games. For what I'm saying is that I see what he's talking about. Nasty work, man.
You gotta have greatness with you. I remember we was talking about the Eagle game, and I said, if what was that? I said if Meek Mill walked them out, they're not gonna win a championship. Meek didn't walk them out, they end up winning that championship. It's just something about it. Like I remember Terrence Crawford came out with Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
And he went on to have one of those moments, you know what I'm saying? It says a lot, you know. Who else was that?
Well, on the opposite end of the spectrum, this is what fucked the Lions up. When you bring out Jello.
Hey, that's a fact.
And listen.
See the writings on the wall.
Yeah, Jello not from Brooklyn, and them niggas wasn't from Brooklyn.
Hey, listen, bro. I swear I remember that. Listen, I'm in Michigan right now, and so the run that the Lions had was a big deal. But I had a homegirl that went to one of the last games that the Lions had, man, and she told me that Jello Ball was finna perform on a timeout or something. And I told her, like, bro, that's bad luck right there. And then they end up losing that game. So what they saying, man, it might sound crazy to a bunch of folks, but at the end of the day, it might also have some truth to it because listen to the people that they comparing it to.
Yeah. In this fight, I mean, still trying to be serious.
Yeah, man.
All right. Let's get into the real Tank
Question
now.
at hand, yes.
Yeah, I mean, this fight with Tank, let me start by saying this. Tank is a phenomenal talent. I was really taken aback when Tank said he might be ready to retire. The last person that was a great boxer that I heard say they were ready to retire was Roy Jones, and we saw how that ended up. And Roy Jones is, you know, one of those boxers that I really admired all the way through his career. But when you start talking that retirement talk, you always take a step back. It's hard to have words going backwards and go forward aggressively. And another thing was that it looked like he switched his team up. As much as they try to say it wasn't that, it was that. And this shows you that. Like, I remember one time I was somewhere and I was trying to do some music or something. And I let the guy hear the music. He's like, yo, you got to get back with D-Dot. At first, I didn't want to hear it, but it's something about the original people that you were with. Like, they play a part in your success. Like, they play a part in your energy. They play a part in what you produce. And sometimes you don't know that you're missing something until you actually don't have that person around. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the fight looked like to me. I think it would be a totally different outcome if Calvin Ford was there the entire fight. So a lot of this has to
Not to cut you off, Mason. He was there. He wasn't the one man. Basically, he's been reduced to the, well, you seen it, but he been reduced to the nigga sticking his head towards through the rope.
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
You got there. You said, I mean, one of the things he said that
Hey, listen, so he got reduced down to the nigga sticking his head through the ropes. That's some funny ass shit. But at the end of the day, man, it was obvious that Tank had some issues going on in his corner. I seen him going back and forth with Calvin Ford, and it was obvious and clear that he had a new guy in the ring now, giving him instructions. Now, with that new guy, we see how things turned out, right? But at the end of the day, I remember when Devin Haney had a fight with Ryan Garcia, and people was trying to say that he needed to get rid of his dad because his dad has taken him as far as he possibly could. So this take right here that Mase is giving about Tank switching up the coaching corner situation thing, he could have it's a point to that also, but to me, it's how motherfuckers feel that day, because people was calling for Devin Haney to get rid of his dad. It wasn't he need to keep Devin Haney. He need to keep his pops around for him to have a better performance or for him to perform.
I guess when he was growing up, Calvin was like a father to him. So there's going to be some bad luck just by putting him in a different position. I just know that from experience. So, I think he lost the fight, if we're being really honest. Tank, you lost that fight. I mean, the only reason they gave you the fight was because you would make more money as a champion, but there's no way it's a draw, and they didn't call the knockdown. If they called a knockdown, you lost that unanimously. So I'm going to go on the record before everybody else tells you 100% you lost without blinking, hand up the guard, strike me right here. You lost that fight. And I think everybody believes that. I don't think nobody, being really honest with you, would say that you won that fight. And I think this makes a great second fight if he fights him again. And I think this gave Shakur Stevens even more confidence than he had before. He walked out of there thinking he's ready.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of what you said, after this performance, this definitely looks like Shakur could be a better boxer than Tank. See, the thing about it with Tank, to me, is that Tank, when he fights, he knows he could turn up something in the middle of that fight to knock somebody out. He usually starts off slow. Round 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, he starts turning it up to where he outsmarts his opponent because they forget their strategy. They try and get into a phone booth with him, and then he ends up knocking you out, to where Roach stuck to the game plan the whole time. He stuck to the game plan. I'm with Mase. I think he lost the fight. That referee has a lot of experience. For you not to call that knee a knockdown is crazy, bro. It's crazy. And we know as boxing fans, or those that's really boxing fans, the only knockdown that Floyd made career is when his hand was hurting and he took a knee. He still ended up winning the fight, as we know he's 50-0, but he took a knee and it counted as a knockdown. For you to take a knee and the referee not call it, that's crazy. Then the excuse after why he took a knee was even more crazy. He said he had grease in his eye. People fight with blood in their eye, all type of stuff, from headbutts, etc.
All facts, man. They ain't said nothing wrong this whole interview, or this whole situation, this whole little podcast. Listen, man, that ref, bro, like Cam said, is a veteran ref. He's a ref that's low-key popular to casual boxing fans and to the people who watch this shit every goddamn day and every goddamn second, however you want to say it. For that ref not to count that as a knockdown, that shit is definitely suspicious. Tank knew if he took a knee that he was gonna get a count. And like Cam said, the excuse that the nigga gave, bro, is crazy. Now, it's hard not to believe it because the punch that Roach hit Tank with didn't look too serious, so it does look like Tank could have had some grease in his eyes. But at the end of the day, that damn ref, bro, should have counted that shit as a knockdown, and that should have been an L to Tank, for sure. He should have got his first L and lost his O.
The leverage that you have as a superstar is amazing. And listen, you know the slogan is that if you can get away with it, get away with it. But that was yeah. This is totally the referee fault because you can't blame the judges. The reason you can't blame the judges is because if the referee didn't count it as a knockdown, you can't score it as a knockdown. So that puts the judges in a compromising position for that particular round. So yeah. Secondly, Roach came to fight, bro. I seen I seen a different type of respect that Tank had for Roach knowing that they fought when they was 11 years old, etc., everything else. But Tank usually comes in fucking was upon pushing them off the stage, making them flinch. He had a different respect for Roach. You know, they know each other. It was even during the press conference, they was talking a little shit, and they said something about Roach's mother, and Roach was like, my mom's right there. She like to see when I beat people out. He's like, oh, your mother here? Oh, I can't do this no more, man. Mama do care. Tank wouldn't have cared anybody else.
Yeah.
You know, he would, I don't know why you brought your mother here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But that goes to show the respect that he had for them. And I think that played a part in the fight. And I said Roach ain't come to fight because he knew this was a great opportunity that he had. And he took advantage of the opportunity. If Roach had more power, I'm looking at him 27 fights, 25 1-1, or 25 1-2 draws now, with 10 knockouts. If he had more power, Tank would have went down off a few of them punches. He would have definitely went down.
He definitely would have went down. Now let me say this. Everybody who watched the Lamont Roach fight with Tank seen that Lamont was competitive. Lamont won that, in my opinion. Now, Lamont don't have a perfect record. Lamont has one loss. And the guy that gave Lamont his first L was a guy that Shakur Stevenson beat. Now, that's when shit get interesting. And low-key, this situation might have helped boxing. Shout out to Lamont Roach, bro, because now you about forcing all these folks that we want to see fight. Shout out to Camron, bro, for being a marketing genius, for rocking the pause hat. I know that shit is going to do numbers because you got people in every damn state at this point with the internet using the pause shit.
And I'll wrap things up lastly. After, of course, I agree with Mase. Tank lost by a point or two, in my opinion. But I'll wrap this up lastly by saying this. Whatever people have against Floyd Mayweather as their fighters, as their boxers, as etc., as time goes along, Floyd brings you out, etc. I can't sit here and say why niggas is disputing over what it over girls, over money, over business, over whatever. I'm not about to approach none of that. I have no fight dogging none of this fight. All I'm saying is this: whatever the reason niggas is beefing with Floyd has to be crazy, because no matter what, if I don't like Floyd and I'm Floyd's boxer, me personally, and I think, Floyd, he don't like me with girls, or he don't like me with money, he don't like me this, he don't like me with that. Even how smart I am, Cameron, if I was a boxer, I would put all that to the side and have Floyd Mayweather in my training camp for the 2 months, or at least an hour or two a day, to soak in that knowledge that Floyd Mayweather has. I may not like him, I may think he's an asshole, I may think a bunch of shit, but what's not disputed is Floyd Mayweather's boxing IQ and his statistics and how he gets money. That's the least I would do if I didn't get along with Floyd Mayweather. Come to my camp at least an hour a day. I don't like you, you don't like me, we got business together, but his IQ alone I would need in my camp alone. Floyd knows how to tell Ryan, come in 3 pounds overweight. He knows how to tell Tank, yo, don't let Ryan bulk up after the weigh-in. Don't keep the hydration clause so he don't bulk back up. He knows the tricks of the trade. He tells Canelo, now I'm not fighting you with that, but if you lose weight and come to 154, I'll fight you at 154. It ain't just in the ring IQ, it's all the tricks that come around the fight that he's well versed at and very experienced in. So I know, and I just Tank because I know Floyd has different discrepancies with different niggas, but if you have Floyd Mayweather in your training camp, in your corner, I don't see people losing if you're a decent fight.
Yeah, and that is 100% right, because Tank is a better fighter when he's with Floyd than he is without Floyd. A lot of the fights that came after was the residue pause of Floyd being around, little things he was able to take. But as time goes on, you can go back to some of your old ways, and that's what this fight looked like. He went back to the Tank before he was with Floyd. And what else I wanted to say on this fight? I think in the future, if he don't make a change, he's going to definitely lose, and he's going to lose by knockout. Because it remind me a lot about like how Tyson was when he ran up against somebody that wasn't scared. Because if you think about it, Roach fought him toe to toe the whole fight. So he wasn't running. He took his best shot, pause, and still contributed. He never backed down. And I think he kept Tank thinking the whole fight. And I'm definitely an advocate of Tank, want to see him do well. But you gotta make these changes, and you gotta go back to Calvin for it. I know the other guy, you may know him, but that's not the look.
All right, now listen, man. In my opinion, he need to go back to Calvin Ford, and he need to get back under Floyd Mayweather. Because just like Camron said, bro, Floyd Mayweather got too much wisdom, bro, to just let that shit walk away like that. Especially if you Gervonta Davis and you care as much about that as he does. The reason why he need to go back to Calvin Ford, because at the end of the day, man, I heard Tank say he didn't even know what round it was. Bro, listen, that's rookie shit. Him taking that knee, that grease, if it did get in his head, in his eyes, and not knowing what round it is rookie shit. It's fluke as hell, but at the end of the day, bro, I believe if you had Floyd Mayweather in your damn corner, Floyd would have yelled out, "Come on, Tank, pick it up. You in round 8." Because he been in the ring before. I think Calvin Ford would have told his ass to pick it up. You in round 8, because Calvin Ford was low-key mad. He felt like Tank wasn't doing what he possibly could do. Shout out to Camron and Mase, bro. Excellent take on this situation, man. To me, they hit every aspect of it. To me, they didn't miss a lot, because I definitely feel like they should have said something about him not being aware of the rounds. That's crazy. I'm your boy Common Sense. Like the video, because liking the video is more important to the YouTube algorithm these days. And subscribe to the boy if you felt the content. I'm doing what I always do, and I'm signing off. Peace.